Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafizi bin Johari. My number matrix is ENT2273. Today, I would like to explain about the life cycle of the fly from the egg until the adult fly. The housefly Musca domestica is a holometabolous insect because having 4 very different life stages in the Musciaceae family of the Petra order. The adult measure about 9 mm and bear 4 dark longitudinal bands on the thorax. The thorax and the abdomen are grey with a paler color on the side of the abdomen. First, I will briefly describe the species chosen and the source of the egg. I choose housefly to study. The scientific name of this housefly is Musca domestica Linnaeus. I use sardine to help me to conduct research on the life cycle of housefly. I put chain sardine in a jar to attract fly into the sardine to lay their egg. On the first day, the eggs are not visible on the sardine. I check again later, a few days later, and there are no fly egg to be seen. To make fly lay egg in a chain sardine, I have turned to raw fish. The uncooked fish was put in the jar, and the next day I managed to get the flies to lay egg on a fish. So I used a raw fish to attract the fly and then managed to collect the egg. Okay, next I want to explain about the egg of housefly. The white egg is about 1 mm in a length. Is a laid single but egg appear in a small group. Each female fly can lay up to 50-100 eggs in several batches of 25 to 150 eggs over a 3, 4 and 4 hour day period. The number of eggs produced is a function of female size, which itself is principally a result of larva nutrient. The lifespan of flies is a short at around 7 until 25 days and has a short life cycle and very quickly reproduce from egg, larva, pupa and adult. What fly egg measuring 1 until 2 mm in a length are laid by the female parents arranged in a group containing up to a maximum of 50-100 eggs each. The ability to lay egg is as much as 25 until 150 eggs in a 3 until 4 days. Okay, this is image of result for description of the egg housefly. Housefly egg resembles small grain of rice. The egg hatch into a larva, also known as maggots, which range is size from about 7 until 10 mm long. Okay, the order Diptera follow complete metamorphosis. That is, their life cycle comprises 4 stages, namely egg, larva, pupa, and adult. But the first, the egg is the stage 1. After fertilization, the female adult flies lay their egg in cluster. A female fly can lay up to 300 eggs in one day. The egg can take from 8 to 20 hours to hatch, after which they enter the larva stage. Okay, next is the stage 2. Stage 2 is the larva. When the egg hatch, the emergent larva can also be referred to as maggots. During this stage, the larva undergoes several changes as they grow rapidly. There are 3 phases of instar in a larva stage. The larva molts several times by shedding layers of the skin before each instar stage. Initially, the larva feed on fluid released from their body. In the first day instar, the larva measure up to 5 mm in the leg before shedding the skin. In a second instar, the larva measure up to 10 mm in leg. By the time they reach the 3 instar, the larva measure from 15 mm to 20 mm in a leg. The time difference between each stage varies. In warmer temperature, it takes about 3 days, and in a cooler temperature is take 8 weeks, with each molting and instar stage spacing. The larva grow bigger and reach the pupa stage. Okay, next we go through to the stage number 3 is the pupa. In this stage, the white colors maggot or larva develop and look similar to adult flies. The pupa looks for a suitable location for this developing stage. During this stage, the pupa fly does not feed and remain stationary. The pupa is protected via the last hard larva skin which encloses the pupa known as the puparium. Under warm temperature, the pupa takes about 4 to 6 days to transform into an adult fly. And last, we go through to the stage number 4 is the adult. During this stage, the adult fly emerges from the puparium and is ready to mate. The adult flies are sexually mature and begin the process of the mating. Here, the adult fly feeds on the protein released from the body fluid. Unlike the pupa stage, where the fly is stationary when the fly transforms into an adult, they fly to different locations in search of food. After they are done feeding, they mate and eventually search for a suitable spot to lay eggs. The entire process then starts all over again. Okay, next I want to talk about the habit feeding housefly. What do housefly larvae eat? Maggot are voracious devourers of the dead and rotting matter. Housefly larvae, known as maggot, eat decaying carcass, leftover food, fermented substance, and rotting meat and vegetable that can be found near the insect breeding location. Larvae feed on the same food as adults, fermenting and decaying vegetable matter. However, the adult females will seek out an egg-laying site on vegetable matter that will be ready in a day or two when her egg hatch. And then, after the final molting, the larvae enter the pupa stage. During this stage, flies are usually dormant, do not move, and do not feed. They develop a cocoon-like shape and grow the wings, antennae, and legs. Once they emerge from their pupa stage, adult flies have only one thing on their mind: mating. They continue to feed, preferring overripe, fermenting fruit and vegetable. Other ideal food sources include pumice, fungi, and the sludge left in a drain pipe. After mating, the females search out suitable food source for their tiny, wriggling larvae.
My soul